Good morning, class 8 students. Today we are continuing with the fourth video on atomic structure, which is the fourth chapter. And last time, if you remember, we had done isotopes, isobars, and isotones. We had studied a lot of other things also. And today we would be focusing on the arrangement of electrons in the atoms. And we see that we learned last time how to calculate atomic numbers, atomic masses, and also we saw how protons, neutrons, and electrons are arranged in the atom and electrons in the shell. Now let us look specifically towards the arrangement of electrons in atoms. This is also called electronic configuration. We would be finally coming on to the definition of this, but before that, let us look at Rutherford's model. He gave a model of an atom, and what Rutherford said was that the protons are in the nucleus, which is positively charged, and the neutrons are also there in the nucleus. But neutrons, as you remember from last videos, it carries no charge, but proton carries a charge, positive charge. And then we see that around the nucleus there are shells. These are known as energy shells, and we see here the first shell with its electrons, then we see the second shell with its electrons. All these electrons, they move in orbits or shells, and these shells or orbits are around the nucleus. The electrons, they are moving around the nucleus. Then we see that the negatively charged electrons which orbit around the nucleus are orbiting in the same way as the planets, they orbit around the sun. You see here Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, all these planets are there which are revolving around the sun. And likewise we see that the negatively charged electrons, they also revolve in energy shells around the nucleus. Now let us see what Niels Bohr says. Niels Bohr was a scientist. He gave a model, and in his model the orbiting electrons were grouped together in shells. We will see how according to Niels Bohr, the shells, they contain electrons. We will calculate the number of electrons that are present in each of the shells. The first shell we see here is nearest to the nucleus. This is the nucleus containing protons and neutrons, and the first shell is nearest to the nucleus, and the electrons which run in this shell, the electrons that run or which move in this shell, they are strongly attracted to the nucleus. And the first shell, it can hold only 2 electrons. The formula by which we will calculate the number of electrons that each shell can hold is given here. This formula is 2 into n raised to the power 2. What is the formula, children? 2n raised to the power 2. And the shells that are given here are numbered like this. The first shell, innermost shell, is called shell K. Then the next shell to K is called shell L. Then the next shell is called shell M. And the next shell is called shell N, and so on. These shells are there: K, L, M, N, O, P, and so on. These shells keep on getting added on the outside of the nucleus. Now let us see how we calculate by the formula 2n square. Here, children, we see N refers to the number of shells. Okay? How many shells are there? That is referred by the number N. So suppose the first shell K, it is shell 1. So here we will put shell 1 and we will multiply it with 2. So 1 ones are 1 into 2 gives us 2 ones are 2. Now we come to the L shell. Now again we apply this formula to the L shell. L shell is which number shell? It is second number shell. So we will put in place of N, we will put 2, which is the second number shell. So it is 2 2s are 4, children, and 2 2s are 4. 4 multiplied by 2, 4 2s are 8. So how many electrons can be accommodated in the second shell or the L shell? Is 8 number of electrons. Likewise, let us come to the third shell. The third shell M is put in place of N. So we have 3 3s are 9. And 9 multiplied by 2 here, 9 2s are 18. So shell M can contain maximum 18 electrons. So we see here, we can go on and on calculating with this formula how K, L, M, N, first, second, third, fourth, and so on number of shells, how many electrons each can contain. When the first shell is filled, we see the first shell is filled with maximum how many number of electrons? We saw that the first shell has 2 number of maximum electrons. The second shell starts to fill after the first shell is filled. The second shell can hold a maximum of 8 electrons. We saw that how many electrons can L shell or the second shell accommodate? 8 electrons. After filling of the second shell, we come to the third shell or the M shell. And how many electrons can be filled in the M shell? We saw 18 electrons can be filled in the M shell. Then we see that the shell can also hold a maximum of 18 electrons. In the beginning, the M shell can hold maximum of 8 electrons. But later on, we will see in higher classes how the 18 electrons are slowly filled in the M shell when the shells that come after the third shell in the atoms are filled. Now let us come to electronic structure. Now here we see the electronic structure of the elements one by one. We know there are 118 elements today that have been discovered, and all elements have got atoms in them. And so here we begin with the first 20 elements that are found. Let us look at them one by one. Let us look at hydrogen. As you remember, children, from the previous videos, that the number that is written on the lower side of the symbol of hydrogen, H, is known as the atomic number, and the number that is written on the upper side of the symbol H of hydrogen is atomic mass. And we see that hydrogen is the only atom which has got no neutron. We will come to this. If a question is asked to you, children, that which element atom does not have a neutron, you can always give the example of hydrogen. So we will see that the electronic structure of hydrogen shows 1 electron in the first shell. The first shell is K shell and the number of electrons is 1. Then let us come to helium. Helium is the next element to hydrogen, and we see that when the first shell is full at helium, then the first shell can contain, we know, maximum 2 electrons. It cannot have more than 2 electrons. So let us see in the diagram here, helium it shows 2 written on the lower side as atomic number, 4 is atomic mass, and we see that in the K shell or the first shell only 2 electrons can be accommodated. Then let us come to the third element. Third element atom present here is lithium. Lithium atomic number is 3, atomic mass, children, is what? 7. And we see here that the next number of electron has to be accommodated in the L shell. So we see that the electronic structure or electronic configuration of lithium is 2, 1. 2 comes in the K shell and 1 comes in the L shell. These are how these are arranged. The electrons are arranged in the energy shell. Let us also quickly look at the nucleus. Lithium has got 3 protons and 4 neutrons. Now let us also come to beryllium. Here we see beryllium has got 4 atomic number and it has got 9 atomic mass, and we see that beryllium nucleus has got 4 protons and 5 neutrons. Likewise, it has got 2 electrons in the K shell, 2 in the L shell. And you know that atomic number, if you want to revise right now, at what is atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons inside the nucleus or the number of electrons in the energy shell of a neutral atom. We see here this is a neutral atom, and so we have 2 electrons in K shell and 2 in L shell. Let us come on to boron. In boron we see that there are 5 atomic number and 11 is mass number. So we see that 5 protons are present in the nucleus, 6 neutrons are also present in the nucleus, and we see that 5 electrons are present in the various energy shells of boron atom. So in K it can accommodate maximum 2 and in L up to 8. So here 3 electrons are left out of 5, which is the atomic number. So 3 is accommodated in the L shell. And so this goes on. We see, children, here that oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. So these are the 20 element atoms that are arranged here. Now children, you will have to do an assignment. You will have to make all these in your chemistry notebook. Make all these in your chemistry notebook so that you will know how the electronic configuration of each atom is arranged. Now children, let us quickly look at what is a neutral atom, where the number of electrons and number of protons is equal, and what is an ion. We will check out on both the things. But just before we do this, let us look at an important definition which I was talking about at the beginning of this video. Electronic configuration. What is electronic configuration? The arrangement in which electrons arrange themselves in various orbits is called electronic configuration. Please repeat with me, children. You see here the atom of lithium. So what is electronic configuration? It is the arrangement in which the electrons are arranging themselves in various orbits. This is called electronic configuration of lithium. Okay children, is it clear? You can look at the video several times and you can revise. So let us see one by one. Here is a neutral atom of hydrogen. As I told you, hydrogen has got only 1 proton in its nucleus. It has got no neutron in its nucleus. This is a very important question which is asked. Then we see it has got 1 electron in its first shell. So its electronic configuration is 1. Let us quickly see how hydrogen ion is formed. Hydrogen ion is formed by losing one electron. One electron which was in the first shell is lost by a hydrogen atom, and it is given to someone else, some other element atom receives the electron, and so one positive charge comes on the hydrogen atom. So that is why K shell now has got 0 number of electrons, and it is known as hydrogen ion. Helium has got complete electronic configuration. Then there are maximum 2 electrons that can be put in the first shell. So we see that helium has normally got no ion. But let us look at lithium, children. In lithium we see the electronic configuration of the neutral atom is 2 1, 2 in the inner shell and 1 in the outer shell, K and L shell. But in lithium ion we see the inner shell is still containing 2, but the outer shell has lost its electrons. So it has got 1 positive charge on it. You see, the number of electrons is 1 less and number of protons is 1 more. So lithium ion has got 1 positive charge on it. Likewise, we see in beryllium, it has got 4 atomic number, 9 atomic mass, and we see that beryllium has got electronic configuration 2, 2. Whereas in beryllium ion, where it loses 2 electrons from the outermost shell, when it loses 2 electrons, it gets a 2 positive charge. Why, children? Because the number of protons is 4, number of electrons is 2. That is why the positive charge of the nucleus is more. So beryllium ion is shown like this. This is beryllium ion with 2 positive charge. Let us also quickly look at boron. Boron has got electronic configuration 2 and 3. This is the boron atom. When we look at the ion, it becomes B3 plus. So we see the first shell has got 2 electrons, but the outer shell has lost 3 electrons. That is why the positive charge in the nucleus increases by 3. So we have got boron with boron ion 3 plus. Okay, so like this, children, you can also make the ions for all other atoms which are shown in your book. So what is your assignment? Your homework is to make the neutral atoms that are given in the book of all 20 elements, and also to make the ions of these elements. So that is your homework. So wish you all the best. Do well in your exams, and God bless you all. Thank you.